Hello everyone. Yesterday we have completed our part 1 of the program, that is input data and print data. In this program we have to just input data in our array and we have just displayed that data. And today we are doing the part 2 of the program, that is operations like searching, sorting and reversing the elements. Okay, we are going to update that program. Before updating, we are converting our program in menu driver program. For doing this program as a menu driven, in main function I have to display some menu, that is printf main menu. Then printf. I'm just displaying the menu. Okay, if you will read this program, you will get what I'm doing. Then second operation we are doing search. Control C, Control V. Then third operation, that is sorting. Control V. Then fourth operation, that is reversing or reverse, whatever. And last operation, exit or quit. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to repeat this menu for many times. This is called as odd loop. So I'm doing do while loop for this odd loop. Now here, while in brackets, we will need one variable named choice not equal to 5. And why this 5? As we are checking that our choice will not be 5, so here we have to first declare this variable named choice. Now we have to accept the input for choice like this. Printf enter your choice. Sorry, this should not be here. This will go in the do part. That is, first we will display all the menu and then we will accept the choice after displaying the menu, right? And then here we are accepting our user's choice about which variable, which operation to be done. So scanf here, scanf, what we are accepting, %d in choice, that is comma ampersand choice, right? Input data should not be here. Input data I have cut it and pasted it here, that is input data. Okay, then this is displaying main menu, that is display, search, sorting, reversing, exit. Then we are accepting our choice, that is in our choice, in our variable named choice. And now here we have to use switch case. Switch case for our choice. Case 1. In case 1, we are going to display the data. So print data, call to the print data should not be here. So I'll cut it and paste it here as a case 1. Right? Then break statement is necessary. Now I will define all the cases. Case 2, currently I'm not writing any code because I have not defined any function there. So when I'll define the function, I'll write the appropriate code there. Case 3, then case 4, okay, and now case 5. Should be like this, that is case 5 only break. As case 5, that is our in our menu, case 5 is exit, so we are writing the code only break. Now let's see what we have done till now. In this program I have declared array in global. Then I have declared two functions, input data and print data. Then in main function, in definition of main function, I have declared just one variable, that is choice, to accept the choice of the user. Then I am calling the input data function for inputting the data. What will happen in input data function? We will see. See carefully the definition of input data. Here I have we have to just input all the elements of the array. Then the cursor will return here. Here we are accepting the array elements. Yesterday I have not printed some statement here, so today I will correct my mistake. Enter the elements of array with size 10. Okay, Control S. Now we were here in input data function. We will call the input data function, then input data function will be executed, and then our cursor will come to the do while. In this do while, we will print a main menu, that is display, search, sorting, reversing, exit. Then our program will ask for the user's choice from his scanf, and then we are using the switch case. In this switch case, we have just defined only print data, so we have not written any program in case 2, 3, 4, and we will just run this program and see whether our program is correct or not, correctly working or not. So Control S, and now I will execute our program. There is some mistake. Oh, by mistake I have completed curly bracket after do only, and that should be here. Now once again I will compile the program. Okay. Enter the elements of array with size 10. Enter the 0th element. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Main menu. 1 display, 2nd search, 3rd sorting, 4th reversing, and 5th exit. Here I have just written the code in case 1, that is display. So I will do only the display operation. So I am entering the choice 1 and enter. My program has done my operation of displaying the array elements, and he is asking me again my main menu, that is display, whether I want to do any operation, that is display, search, or sorting, or reversing, or exit. Here I will exit my program by pressing 5 choice as 5, enter. So my program is exited. And now we will continue with writing all other remaining functions. First, our look at our menu. First, our choice was display in operation. Then second operation is searching. Now we will write our code for searching. Okay. Now for search operation is our choice 2. So in case 2, I have to write some code for accepting the value to be searched. Okay. So in case 2, first printf enter the value to be searched in array, of course. Now I will accept the value to be searched. For this I will need one more variable, scanf. Oh, sorry. First I will decide the name for the value to be searched, that is val. So I have to declare that val variable in main function. So with choice I will declare that variable named val as an integer variable. So I'll come in case 2 once again, and I will accept that value in val. So here %d comma and ampersand val. Okay, are you getting the point? Okay, I have accepted the value to be searched, and now what to do? Here I will call the function named search. For this I have to define the search function, or first I have to decide how the function will behave. How the search function will behave: we will give some value that we have just accepted in val, then we will give that val to our function, and we will tell that function that please search that value in our array. Okay, and what will be returned by the function search? He will return he will return the position of the array, or index of the array in at which our val will be there, right? So I'm planning that I will accept that index of the value in variable I is equal to, then my function name will be search, sorry, spelling mistake, search, and I will pass the value val to be searched to that search function, right? Okay, here once again I will need to declare the variable I that I have just used here. So I will go at starting of main function, and then I will declare I also as integer variable. Then here what I'm doing, that I'm catching I, that is index, where the val will find by our search function. Okay, now after accepting the value I, there are two possibilities. I can be an index where the our value is searched by our function, or I will be any error value, that is we can take it as -1. Okay, so we have to write some code here, that is if there are two possibilities, no, if I equal to -1, then what this means, yes, we have not found our number in our array. So I will print that message here, printf double quotes value not found. Value not found, right? And if I is not equal to -1, then we have to place that code in else part. What is that else part? Yes, we have to print our index of the number, that is value backslash n value found at the position, which position? %d, right? And which variable we are going to print here? Right, I. But I is index in our actual array, so it will give the value from 0. So I will print here I plus 1. If the value is found at index 1 or index 0, it will print that value found at the position 0 plus 1, that is 1. Okay, so this is correct. Semicolon. Then I have called search here, but before call I have to declare that function. So here I will declare that function. What will return, what value it will return? That is int. It will return the index of the value which he had searched, right? So integer is return type. Then name of our function, look, I'm declaring my function search. And what are the parameters? Right, we are passing the value, so we are passing appropriate argument as int. Here, as per the rules, we are just writing data type of the argument to be passed. So int search in bracket int, that is data type of our argument. Look at the call of search. I is equal to I is index, that is to be returned by the function. Then search is the name of our function. Look at the spelling, and we have passed the integer val to that function. So now we will define that function. So we are going to define that function. The prototype should be same. So return type was int search, right, in bracket int, and here also we can take that variable as val once again. So in the body of the search function, what we are going to do? Here we are going to search for that value. So we will need for loop to traverse that array, right? So for loop we will need some counter. So first I will declare int I. If we have passed value as an argument, and here it is declared as int val, so there is no need to once again declare that val. Okay, so int I for the for loop. Now I will directly go for the for loop for I is equal to 0. Why I am initializing that I is equal to 0? Right, I am going to traverse the array from 0th element, or I am searching for the value that is passed to the function from 0th element. So I will vary from 0 to I less than or equal to 9, right, and I plus plus. One by one I am searching for that element. So in for loop, now in for loop I have to compare both elements, that is if ARR of I, I'm traversing for the value, if ARR of I equal to, sorry, in after bracket equal to val. Look here, I am comparing my ARR of I, that is ith element, each ith element, that is 0th, 1, first, second, to with value. And if I found that the comparison is equal, means I have found that value at that index, then I will return that I, because I is the index of that element. So return I. Now if we are out of the for loop, then it means that I have reached to the value 9 and still we have not found the value in our array, right? Otherwise if we have found that value, then it should be returned as I. So coming here, after for loop we will write the code, that is if I equal to n, that is it has reached the end of the array, then what we have to do, we have to return something. This is okay. So we have to return minus 0, sorry, minus 1. Okay, and why minus 1? Why am I returning minus 1? Right here, because here in switch case we have placed that if I equal to minus 1, then value not found. Then we have to understand from that value not found. So I have written the same code as if I equal to n, that is if I has reached to the end of the array and still we have not found the value in the array, then we are returning minus 1 as an error message. So return minus 1, and if here we have cached a minus 1 in I, then it will print value not found. And if it will have have cached the value, sub value of the index, then it will print else part, that is value found at the position, and it will print the value of the I plus 1, that is actual position of the value, right? So once again we will run and execute the program. First control S, that is we are saving the program, then execute. There is some mistake. Oh, sorry, I have used n here, that is not declared in the function. Okay, so here should not be n, because I'm not using n variable, I'm just directly using the number. So I should be equal to 9. If I equal to 9, then return minus 1. Okay, control S, then execute, compile and run. Okay, program is output is here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. I have entered 10 elements of the array, and then once again I will first print my array, that is I have put my choice as 1. So my array is here 1 to 10, and then for searching I am pressing the choice 2, enter the value to be searched in an array. I will press 3. I am giving the value 3 to be searched in array. Okay, value found at the position 3, and you are watching that value 3 is at the position 3. So now I will once again search the value. Now this time I will place the different number, that is 78, which is not in an array, and I will check for the output. Enter the value to be searched in array 78, and the output is correct. Value found at the position 11. So something is wrong in our program. Okay, so I will correct it. 5. Okay, I think here I have placed 9. No, n means 10. Size is 10. So I will check. I is equal to 10. Then we will once again execute the program. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This time I will search for the value directly, which is not in our array. Okay, look, that was the mistake that I was comparing for the value I equal to 9, and that was the last index of that array, so I was mistaking. Okay, have you got it? And then look at the third option, that is sorting. Now we have to write the sorting function. For sorting is case 3. So in case 3, okay, for sorting we will use the method bubble sort. Okay, so I will write the function sorting. For sorting function, nothing needs to be returned, so I will call directly sorting function, and it needs no parameters, so no parameter is there. So this is just a call for sorting function. So I will declare that function as void sorting void. And now we will go to definition of that function. I'm going to write definition. So as a prototype, void sorting void. Now this is the body of the sorting function. Here we will need 2 for loops. So first of all I will declare I and j as counters of that for loop. Then I will need one temp variable for sorting. This is just like a plain bubble sort sorting method, so we will study it differently in next or any other video. So we will start coding our for loop. For I is equal to 0, I less than or equal to 9, I plus plus. Okay, we will need nested for loop for this. Inner for loop will contain j as a counter, so j is equal to 0, then j less than j less than our last, we will use j less than or equal to 9 minus I, right? Then j plus plus, we'll check for the coding, correctness of the coding afterwards. So in for loop, here we have to first compare both variables, that is arr of j with greater here arr of j plus 1 less than arr of j. Then if temp is equal to arr of j semicolon, arr of j is equal to arr of j plus 1 and arr of j plus 1 is equal to 10. Control S. Now we will execute our program to check whether the function is right or wrong. Twenty-three, 34, 11, 44, 22, 27, 32, 88, 66, 55. Then main menu display. I'm displaying all my elements and then I'm sorting my elements. After sorting, for checking my output, I have to once again display my array to 11, 22, 23, 32, 34, 45, 55, 66, 77. Means my output is correct. So exit, that is choice 5. And now we will move to our last function, that is reversing. Reversing function is very easy. So first we will declare that reversing function, void reversing. We don't need to pass any value to the reversing function, so I have put the parameters as void and return type is also void. So in case number 4, that is reversing, so here we will call our reversing function, and then now we are going to define our reversing function. It's very easy. So void reversing empty parameters, and in body of the reversing, we'll need two variables, that is I and t, I and j. I will point to 0 and j will point to last position of the array, that is j is equal to 9. And we will need a temp variable to exchange both variables, or to exchange both elements at two positions, at different positions. Because try to understand the logic behind this reversing function. We are just reversing the elements of the array, that is 0th element will be, after reversing, 0th element will be last element, first element will be second last element, and so on. So we are just initialized I is equal to 0 and j is equal to 9, and we are going to exchange the elements at different positions. So this is very easy program. So while I less than j, what we are going to do, in body of while temp, we are exchanging the elements arr of I, okay, then arr of I is equal to arr of j, arr of j, and arr of j is equal to temp. Then I plus plus and j minus minus, right? Okay, we are incrementing I from 0th position and we are decrementing j from last position. Okay, so here we have reversed our array, and then we will display that array to see our output. So control S and execute, then compile and run. Okay, we are purposefully entering 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. Then for reversing, I have put our choice as 4. Then I have to enter my choice as display to see our output 10 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1. That is, our output is correct, and we are exiting our program. And at this note, I will end my video for practical 1A. And we will meet once again for next practical. Till then, like, share and subscribe my video and my YouTube channel. Thank you.